I'm gonna do a request roll, and I meant to type this out, and I will here in just a second. But basically, we're doing main spec over off spec. Highest roll wins, but we want to be fair, so I'm going to keep a tally of who gets items, and we want to, if you've just won, if you've already won an item, and we're not doing a one boss limit because we may only kill one or two bosses. We're doing it for the whole thing. If you have already won an item, it'll default to the next highest roll, just so that we can kind of spread everything around, and one person doesn't get lucky and win everything that comes up.
Oh, but my middle initial is L.
Huh.
And that has to do with what?
L for lucky.
Oh, he's joking.
So need if we need it?
Need if you need it. Greed if it's for off spec. And obviously if you can't use it, pass.
Fail.
I just realized I have some Savage Feasts on me for those of you who didn't have them.
We're not tallying off spec and main spec on the same tally right now.
We're not tallying off spec. We're tallying main spec. So if you win something for off spec, you can still win something for your main spec. We'd rather give it to somebody for off spec than disenchant it.
That's right. No one else wants it.
All right. So the first, let's see, the Iron Dragon's Pantaloon are going to go to Turkey Muffins for off spec. So that doesn't count.
I love that name.
I know. That looks like Salad for
Saladair, just call me Sal.
Sal for the Blastproof leg guards for main spec.
Never had to explain that one, huh?
What? Looks like Aether Slam on the ring, the Martok's Rugged Seal for main spec. They are rogue Valine for the dagger main. And Thug Belly on the boots for main spec. Okay. All right, on this one we are going to the only real difference is this one is that he throws out bombs the whole time. Or she, because she's that chick that was in that other fight here just a second ago. going to split up into 4 groups when she goes in the air. And we want to try to basically tank her right in the, basically kind of right where she is. And since there are going to be bombs all over the room, we're going to need to kind of spread in a semicircle all the way around her as best as we can. And so the tanks, both of you need to go towards where the red marker is, go out that direction so that all the rest of us know where not to go. Don't go off in some weird place in the room. And we're going to try really hard to kind of bring her back here when she comes down back down to the ground. Just do the best you can, and kind of, but basically still do the same thing, kind of go off in that same direction, so that we know that we can use the rest of her body to spread out. There are going to be 4 kinds of bombs: fuse bombs, burning bombs, reactive bombs, and reinforced bombs. Each of them have a different timer on them. The reinforced bombs have like a minute and 15-second timer, so they're lowest priority because their timer is the longest, but they still need to die. Fuse bombs go off the quickest, so they're top priority when they're out. Burning bombs are second, and then reactive bombs are third. I want to make sure there's a healer in every group. We should only need 4 healers for this one. But we'll go ahead and do 5 just in case, and see where our DPS is. Our DPS looks pretty good, so we shouldn't have too much problem. There are actually 2 healers in group 4. So now kind of stand in like in the middle, or so that you can kind of reach everybody. But mostly focus on the groups that you're in. I'm gonna put both of the tanks in group 1, just so they can stay by where the red is. So group 1 will be when she goes up in the air and we split into 4. Group 1 will be at the red marker. Group 2 will be at the green marker. Group 3 will be at the blue marker, and group 4 will be at the purple marker. Not stacked on those marks, but in those quadrants of the room. Give it a shot and see how we do. Make sure that everybody needs to kind of spread out in like a 3/4 circle around her, because there will be bombs all over everywhere, even back behind her by the stairs. But make sure that no one goes towards the red quadrant everybody needs to kind of keep that red quadrant clear for the tanks. From the red marker straight back to the wall.
So, which groups are on which ones? Sorry.
Group 1 goes to the red, 2 to green, 3 to blue, 4 to purple.
Shall we?
Go ahead. Can we get a crit buff again? We have a couple people that didn't get that.
I don't want to be in the same.
All the way around, and even during the ground phase, she's going to be throwing bombs, so make sure those bombs die.
Alright, here we go.
We can hero on the pull.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Taunting.
Make sure you got it.
I so thought I was out of that. Go ahead and wipe it up, and we'll start over. That's 3 people now. I totally thought I was out of that. I'm an idiot. Won't happen again.
So 7 crap.
Yeah, just stand in the fire, and we won't waste time. I mean, it's gonna be a pretty tight enrage timer.
2, 1.
Beware. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's a 7-minute enrage timer.
I don't want to waste 7 minutes worth of a fight with 3 people already down, just in case. I just don't want to do it.
4, 3.
Alright.
There's also like 2 to 3.
Beware.
There were already 3 people dead.
Oh, from the first barrage?
Yeah. I mean, it's just right here, and we were right at the beginning of the fight, so there's no reason to waste all that time.
Makes sense.
Myself included, please pay closer attention because it looks as though it is a little bit wider than the graphic actually looks. So let's make sure we don't that doesn't happen to us again.
We got a chamois still down.
Yeah.
There's a feast down. Please make sure you've eaten. Hustler usually uses the DPS rank. Rebuff for turkey muffins, please. Get one of. Well, shit. What happened to you, Misa?
Went to run away, got hit.
With what?
The boss.
Not funny over Chucky.
It was just a bad res.
Yeah, just wipe it. Did y'all not taunt in time?
It hadn't blown up yet.
Yeah. I was running to get into position and just Iron must not have been close enough for something, that's all.
Beware. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Try and wait a little longer to run off.
Well, Barrage only hit me